Today I just want to share a few questions youngsters ask. Sometimes these youngsters, they send me these questions. Career, about love, about going abroad, about whatever. I'll answer a few questions here. Okay, this is for you youngsters. So in no particular order. The first one, about career. This youngster asked me, what is the best career to go for? What's the best career? In fact, many people have questions like, what is the best career? What is the best degree? What is the best college? What is the best whatever? Okay. Now, unless and of course you are staying in Syria, which is a war-torn country, the country that you're staying is good enough. Okay. Unless your country is ravaged by poverty, and there is crimes and people are taking guns and killing each other, and like maybe in Africa or Somalia or something like that. So otherwise, you're okay where you are. Yes, there will be challenges. Okay. So what I believe is, this is just my theory. Don't start asking for options. Sometimes when there are too many options, there is confusion. And more the number of options, more the confusion. For example, Heinz is tomato ketchup. Very simple. It's a ketchup. Snickers is a chocolate bar with nuts. But now, if you have 20 different brands of ketchup, salted, unsalted, sweet, super sweet, with chili, with garlic, with this, with that, with wasabi, with another 20 brands which are same like Heinz. It's confusing, right? Then you will be like, oh, which one to take? What is the pricing? Oh, what is the quality? Buy one, get one free. Causes a lot of confusion. But on the other hand, if you just have Heinz, just one ketchup, okay, chal yeah, I'll take this. Same thing with the chocolate. If there are 200 chocolates kept there, you'll check each and every one. Even ice cream, you go for a flavor. Even if you have your core flavor, you still want to experiment with something, right? So in the same way, when you're talking about your career, no, the more you research, the more confusing it becomes. So what is the answer here? The answer is, just focus on what you can do now. Don't look at 5 years later. Many times I get these youngsters, after 10 years, after 5 years, once I become 50. What the fuck are you talking, man? You're just in your 20s, you're talking about 30 years. You don't know whether you live or die tomorrow. What the fuck are you talking? Oh, I'm going to start a business one day. Yeah, one day we'll see that day, no? See, look at me. Look at my face. All these tattoos and all this. You think I planned life to be this way? You think I planned life to have 4 kids? You think I planned to come in Thailand? You think this career that I have, I planned it out? It's all bullshit, man. You cannot plan. Yes, you will take example. Oh, Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Baba, these are 1 in 9 billion people. Or 6 billion. Sorry, 6 billion people. Imagine the odds of winning a lottery, 1 in million. And you might never win a lottery in your whole life. Then 1 in 6 billion. What are your chances? Stop cherry picking an example that you remember. The reason we remember these names, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, is because they are exceptions. So about career, my simple answer to you is, just do what you can immediately, what helps you earn money. Focus on surviving. Once you can survive, focus on thriving. Survive and thrive. Okay? In my life, I have, this man, is 92 years old. This guy is my landlord. He works every day from, I think he gets up at 5 in the morning and he works the whole day. 92 years old, imagine. So what I was saying was, see, this guy, he doesn't think of career options and this and that. just gets up and goes to work. See, in my life, no, I'll tell you, I worked as a sweeper, worked as a cleaner, sweeping the streets. I worked as a toilet, this thing. They call it domestic engineer in Europe, domestic engineer. And it's not like there was shit and this and that. It was just clean toilets, generally clean, but you just have to sanitize it. You think in my life I ever wanted to be a cleaner, wanted to be a sweeper, a dishwasher, a waiter? You think that was my dream? No, I wanted millions and billions and trillions and gazillions, hot babes and this and that. I wanted all this, but I never got it. So my answer to you is, in terms of career, please focus on what you have. Do the best at what you have, and then focus on the next step. Okay, that's career. Now, second question which I get from youngsters about love. Oh my goodness. Oh, what about marriage? Oh, I got this 20-year-old boy, 20-something in my group. One day, he sends me this message. Loy, what do you think is good for me? Arranged marriage or love marriage? I was busy doing my work, and he sends me, Loy, please answer what is better for me, arranged marriage or love marriage? So, because he is irritating me, and because I know him, I told him, you want to hear the answer? He said yes. So I said, okay, simple. How much money you have in the bank? He said, he gave me a small figure. Okay. Do you pay for your rent? No, my mother supports, our father supports. Okay. They take care of you, they prepare food, yeah, everything. Okay. I told him, the day you have at least a sizable amount of money, the day you have a respectable career, the day you're staying alone, away from your mother, father, and you can take care of yourself, and you can take care of them, then you ask me this question, I'll tell you which is good. He's like, no, but I want to know now. I said, when you don't have fucking money, what are you asking about marriage? What do you think, a girl is just dying to suck your sausage? Your dirty little thing that you have there. You think there are girls who are lining up and that is their dream? You know, I'll give the best statement which was said to by my Russian model girlfriend. When I told her, that time I was in my 20s, I said, will you marry me? You know, I knelt on the ground and I proposed to her. She looked at me and she cupped her hands. You know, she cupped her hands on my face and stood me up and said, come, I'll talk to you. Then later on, when we were sitting together under a tree, this is in my romantic days, she told me this and I never forgot. She said, Lloyd, don't feel bad, but I'll tell you something. Whichever man I marry, whether you or somebody else, I have to suck the same sausage. It's the same thing. I have to put it in different parts of my body. I have to satisfy the man. One is belly, food, and below that is Bella. Take care of his sausage. So if I take care of these two things very well, any man will marry me. But now, for me, what I need is not the sausage. What I need is money. I need someone to take care of me. If tomorrow I'm pregnant, someone to take care of me when I'm pregnant. Someone to tell me don't work. Someone to take care of my baby. Someone to have a servant in the house to take care of the house. Someone to give me money per month for shopping or per week or anytime I need. Can you provide all that, Loy? You know, when she said all that, no? Tire puncture. And then she said, Loy, just in case you do not know, I get millionaires who are ready to give me free cars. By the way, she married a very rich guy afterwards. Free cars, free house, free this. You know, one Arab guy was ready to offer a million dirhams villa. He was from the ruling family or working for the ruling family. Plus a brand new car and plus money, take care of her parents and all. She said, I refused him because I didn't have feelings for him. So she said, Loy, I can get men easily. So why should I dedicate my whole life and become a prisoner for a man who cannot afford me? It's the same thing which I'm telling you. Getting married is easy. The easiest thing. You can just catch a girl, get married. But after that, how are you going to manage? If she gets pregnant, she'll have to stay at home. You'll pay the bills. You'll feed her. You'll take care of her. Hospital. If suppose she has to be hospitalized, per day you have to pay for the ward. If the baby is sick, let's assume the baby is sick. Maybe you have to pay $500 every day to keep the baby in an incubator, because maybe the baby will die. Who has the money? Your mother, father will take care. If she is sick or she is serious, you have to spend thousands of dollars. Who will give the money? So remember, marriage is easy. Taking care is hard. It's like buying a car on a loan, easy. Maintenance every month, paying off the loan is tough. And one last thing. It's the last piece of advice. Time up almost. Most of our youngsters, they want to leave the country that they're staying. Indians want to leave India, Pakistanis want to leave Pakistan, Sri Lankans want to leave Sri Lanka, Africans want to leave Africa. Fine. I understand that you want to go for better opportunities to the West. Now, when they tell me this, I ask them, first is, do you have money? Because without money, going there, you can't go there. First is, you need money. Second one is, after going there, what are you going to do? What if you don't get a good job? What if you get a job as a cleaner? What if you get a job as a McDonald's staff flipping burgers? What if you get a job as a security guard? What if you get a job as a guy who's standing at the cashier? You have to put groceries in a bag. What if that is the only job you get? Are you okay with that? On top of that, you have to pay taxes. On top of that, the very fact you're not a citizen of the country, they'll treat you like, they treat you like that way. They look down on you. And then what's worse is, if in case there's a recession or no job, then you'll have to wait, sit at home, spend money to look after yourself. Yeah, you'll say that, oh, government will take care of me. Government will take care to give you basic food. You have to stand to get food stamps, or they'll give you rice, and you want to live like that. So even if you're to migrate, you need money. Don't look at migrating as the solution to all your problems. It's actually the start of much bigger problems, more problems, tougher problems. That is what you need to keep in mind. So anyway, I thought I'll address these 3 questions that these youngsters give me. One is about career, one is about love, one is about going abroad. Since so many of our youngsters, and one last thing for you guys. Stop looking at the internet, my friends. Stop looking at social media. Stop looking at all these ads, and get out of the virtual world, work in the real world. Stop daydreaming. What they show you online is like a movie trailer. Trailer looks amazing. The reality is totally different. So please, get off your internet, get off your smartphone, get off your social media, and work in the real world. And maybe then you'll find out what is the reality of life. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. And as a goodbye note, remember, if anytime you have doubts, just remember me. I never planned for my face to be tattooed. Never planned for my whole body to be like this. I never planned to have 4 marriages. I never planned I'll be in Thailand. Life never goes as per plan. Yes, you can make a lot of plans and ambitions, but life is so unpredictable. So that is why, take each day as it comes, and focus on being the best at what you do with what you have, and you know, be persistent. That's all I want to tell you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is me signing off. Ciao.